Are you thinking about venturing into the exciting world of import and export? Well, you've come to the right place. In order to become an officially licensed exporter in India, one of the first things you'll need is an Import-Export Code, IEC. Don't worry, it's not as complicated as it sounds. IEC is a unique 10-digit code that is mandatory for importing and exporting goods from India. It's like your passport to the world of international trade. The Director General of Foreign Trade, DGFT, issues this code, which remains valid for the lifetime of your business. So you don't have to worry about renewing it every year. Now you might be wondering when exactly you need an IEC. Well, if you're dealing with imports or exports of services or technology, and you want to take advantage of the Foreign Trade Policy, FTP, then you definitely need an IEC. It's also required if you're dealing with specified services or technologies. So it's an essential tool for navigating the complex world of international trade. But how do you actually get an IEC? It's a piece of cake, really. All you need to do is register for an account on the DGFT website and choose the IEC Profile Management option under the Services tab. Fill out the application form, upload the necessary documents, and make the payment. Once you've done all that, the DGFT will generate your shiny new IEC code. When applying for an IEC, you have the option to use either the name of your company or your own name. The application fee for an IEC is Rs 500, which you can conveniently pay online through e-wallets, net banking, or cards. Both registered and unregistered organizations can apply for an IEC, and you can expect to receive the code within 10-15 working days. Now let's talk about some common mistakes to avoid when filling out the IEC application. Make sure you're using a browser that's up-to-date and widely supported, like Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Microsoft IE, or Apple Safari. You definitely don't want to be using some ancient browser from the Stone Age. It's also crucial to ensure that all the details in your application are complete and filled out correctly. The portal won't let you proceed if you haven't fully identified all your partners, directors, or trustees. And here's a pro tip. Make sure the name on your company's bank account matches the name on your application. Otherwise, you'll be faced with an annoying error message. Don't forget to eliminate all those pesky white spaces and attach a supporting document for your bank account. Trust me, you don't want a misplaced space or a missing document to stand between you and your shiny new IEC code. Lastly, remember to do an electronic verification of your IEC between April and June of every year. It's like an annual checkup to prevent your code from being deactivated. You certainly don't want all your hard work to go to waste just because you forgot to verify your IEC. So there you have it. You're now equipped with all the knowledge you need to obtain an import-export code in India. It's time to spread your wings and dive into the thrilling world of international trade. Happy importing and exporting. What is Import-Export Code, IEC? So you're thinking about diving into the exciting world of exporting your products from India. Well, before you go ahead and conquer the overseas market, there's one thing you need to do. Get yourself an Import-Export Code, IEC. Oh, don't worry. It's just a mandatory 10-digit code that you'll need for all your import and export activities. No biggie. Now, who do you need to butter up to get this magical code? Well, the Director General of Foreign Trade, DGFT, is the one responsible for issuing the IEC, so you better start working on that charm. The best news is that once you have the IEC, you're set for life. Yep, it's valid for the lifetime of your entity, just like a lifetime warranty on your favorite gadget. Isn't that awesome? No more renewals, no more paperwork, just smooth sailing in the international trade waters. So, whether you're importing or exporting services or technology under the Foreign Trade Policy, or dealing with specified services or technologies, you better get yourself an IEC. It's like your passport to international trade. And who doesn't want to travel the world of business, right? Now let's see how you can obtain this IEC code and become an official licensed exporter. Brace yourself. It's going to be a wild ride. When is IEC required? So you're ready to dive into the exciting world of import and export. Well, before you jump in head first, there's one thing you absolutely must have. An Import-Export Code, IEC. It's a 10-digit code that's as mandatory as wearing pants in public. Well, most of the time at least. It's issued by the one and only Director General of Foreign Trade, DGFT, and is valid for the lifetime of your entity. No expiration date here, folks. But when do you actually need this magical IEC, you ask? Well, first of all, if you're dealing with services or technology under the Foreign Trade Policy, FTP, you better bring your IEC game. And secondly, if you're handling those fancy specified services or technologies, whip out that IEC.
Basically, if you want to trade internationally and take advantage of some nifty benefits, the IEC is your golden ticket. Now that you understand the importance of the IEC, it's
time to learn how to obtain it. Don't worry, it's not as